Guess who is streaming at 540p? Did I fucking say that right now? Ba-da-da. I'm not 30F, boy. Yeah. Twitch.tv forward slash not to TV forward slash nay one nay. Watch me now. And look, I'll be playing Black Ops 2 Zombies. I love the little zombies. Oh, look at this, it's beautiful. Oh, tada, oh, to this little zombie. Let me fucking yeah, yeah, button, yeah, put that on, hold up, just need to add the shitty fucking Steam, it wouldn't be Steam, right? Wait, hold up, give me a second, properties, would it be this? Hold up. Let me just check options, settings, sound. Yeah, it is, okay. Okay. Oh, you're actually watching, that's bonkers. Why isn't anyone else watching though? This is what I don't understand. Make sure that any Jade watches. And if you want, you can join me, bro. It's really fun. You can watch me play some Black Ops 2 Zombies. I hope you like the quality too. It's really good. Hope you like the 540p. It's kind of bonkers. Disabled it. Dude, it's kind of bonkers. Playing at streaming at 540p. Oh yeah, actually, wait, I need to make it slightly louder just so you can't really hear it. I did it pretty well, but I also play at like the lowest volume in the world, because I don't give a shit about sound quality. Don't queef on shut up. Don't queef on stream challenge. What are you on about? Actually, why would you be queefing? That's my question. What made you queef? That should be good. What would make you tweef, bruh? What would make you tweef? Add sets, add DD. Pretty sure one always spawns here. But yeah, yeah. Oh shit, where did you come from? Ay, caramba. Hold up, let me heal up a little before I go for my second strike. I can't see. You need a little revive. And no, there's one more. Probably. Oh. What is this? There we go. You need a little revive. There we go. Look at that, 1400, bro. 1400. Dude, I hope you love the quality and the FPS, bro. Just this is the best you're gonna get. Back to stream at 540p. What? Fuck off. Oh, okay, I think I shot him maybe. Aye! Oh, fucker. You need a little revive. I'll just rebuild that barrier. Did I do it? Yeah. They're all over there. Oh, fuck off. Insta-kill? Really? Have to do me like that? Oh, split. Oh, good spawn as well, didn't even realise. See, look, the insta-kill has gone to waste now. And I've got no money, so what I will do is I'll go over here. Hopefully there's two, okay, that's fine. Please, okay, buy that. Ow. There we go. So I'll buy this real quick. I'll buy a good revive. Just in case, you know. In case I do something really dumb. Still one shot to the head, okay. Wait, wait, do I still only get 10? Oh my god, wait, no, I missed, okay. Okay, I got 100, okay, we're good. It's cool. I finally got 10 for a second. Double points. Oh shit. So now I'll go buy Jug. You need a little revive. Ow. Well, around 5. could just trade over here. Trying to conserve some ammo, you know. Oh shit, much sound. Cool.
Max ammo!
Yes, you're not the last one. Actually, no. Yeah, so I'll go get a gun. Hey, it's me, OJ. No way, that's OJ. Ain't no way. Ain't no way, it's OJ. Well, fuck off. I got an EMP. OJ. Cool, good enough. That'll help me a little. Need a little revive. Oh, I'll get stamina up. I can afford it now. Now I'll be able to run a bit more. No, I mean, a bit faster too. I need a little revive. Down. Just group up a little. Oh yeah. Oh no. That isn't the greatest spot for me. Please? Okay, cool. It'll give me more points. So I'm fine with that. Now. Okay, look, I'll take one spin at the box. If I get a good gun, I'll trade. If I don't, I'll just pack a punch or some shit. Oh, actually. Yes. I will take that. That's actually pretty good. Not the greatest, but it's pretty good. You're good. This is COD you're playing. Yes, OJ, this is Call of Duty. Good vision. Oh, sure start. Carpenter.
Carpenter!
You got the ray gun, the MTAR. What else do you need? You need a little revive. Dude, I remember playing this when I was like 9 or something. And then to like round 20 was like hard. Okay, last zombie. Ooh. Okay, this round I'll be able to pack a bunch. I'll pack a bunch of the MTAR. Because that is like the main thing. The ray guns I'll use it for like emergency, you know. Just come on, ray gun. You can't give up the ray gun. Come on. Still 1 hit kill. Not even pack a bunch. You need a little revive. Ba 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 dum bum bum. Ba da ba da. You need a little. Shut the fuck up. Oh shit, we gotta run. Where is he? Where is he? There he is. Don't really want you there, just you'll be a bit annoying. Go on you. Try to group them, you know what I mean? There we go. Oh shit, that's not double.
Double points!
Oh shit, look at this boy. The last zombie. Oh shit, yeah, I can pack a bunch. Male of an taxonomic anodized ruleum. MTAR. Oh shit, what the fuck? Where do you run away? You need a little revive. Reload after a bunch of shot feeders. I swear to God, I played like, I don't know, like 5 matches yesterday. I could not get the RPK once. It's so fun, I don't know. That's the chill I wanted. I got the raid like twice in one day, like bro. Wait, yeah, fuck. Insta kill. Hello? No zombie. Wait, yeah. Okay. You need a little revive. Run. Where there? There we go. Dead. You need a little revive. got hit there. Oh shit, much ammo. Oh yeah, that's not much ammo. Can we end the round real quick? Please? Oh, damn. So I think there's only like 1 or 2 zombies left. 1. 2. Yeah, so even though I already pack a punch this, I don't care, I just want a better gun, you know what I mean? This is good, but not good enough. Nope. I need a little revive. There. Oh, I didn't even know you could get the Mark II in this. For those. Oh, come on. It's just like so much rarer, you know what I mean? Even to see it. Oh, there's 3 zombies. Nope. Hello, Munchie. Trying to grab me. Not you. Ah, yeah. Okay. Can you just come out of that? Some more space. Yo! Let's go, finally. Finally. Okay, we're good now. Actually, let's see. Let's see, is it 1 hit? Yo, fuck! Yo, dude, that scared the shit out of me. Fuck, yeah. Run over, no head. Okay. I don't care about the radar. Shit strap anyway. Round 11. The highest I got was round 21, so let's try to beat that. You need a little revive. Oh shit. I'm stay you 2 out of here, yeah. Oh yeah. Stop me fucking doing that dove voice or some shit. Perfect, much ammo. Gonna fucking dead one down. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, fuck. Fuck's sake, I'm so dumb. Well, shit. Oh fuck, it's a runner as well. Don't tell me this is the last zombie. Well, shit. I think it is. No, no, fuck it. Oh no, it's not. Okay. Oh, there's like multiple. Okay. I'm dead this thing. Double tap. Oh fuck, I can't afford it. Shit. So I need 7,000, so I need 5,000 from just this round to Pack Punch this and also get double tap. Double tap will be it. Yeah, it's not one kill, one shot headshot without double tap.
Double points.
Let's go, double points, too easy. Aye! Fuck. I do 7,000. Another double points.
Double points.
I don't want to keep a few zombies, you know what I mean? So that's 2. If you keep 2, they won't run. The last one won't be a runner, so you can more easily do shit. Yeah, I think that's the last 2. So what I'll do, quickly do a Pack-a Punch. Relativistic Punishment Device, RPK. Wait, RPD, sorry. Yeah. Double tap repair. Wait, how much ammo does that have? Almost 1,000. Oh. I wish it was 3. Cool. Now we're back. You need a little revive. You need a little reviver. This is actually a pretty good spot. You know, do a quick turn around. Like just stand here, just look both ways every now and again. Oh yeah. Might double Pack Punch this though. Might be fun. Oh shit, running. What? Oh, I can't Pack Punch that twice, bruh. Oh, cool. Okay, 150 left. Okay.
Max ammo.
Cool. One more. Whoa, threat needle. Wait! 3 hits, straight down. Go greedy. Wait, oh, darn it, still nice. I'll take that. If I can, hold it.
kill.
Oh shit. Oi. We're close. Oi, man. Oi,
Double
man.
points.
Yeah, hold on, let me reload. Cool. 403 kills. Round 16. We need a little revive. Should I run? Oh yeah. Jesus. They were touchy today. God damn. $20K. I already know what I'm buying.
Max ammo.
Last one. Oh wait, no. And I want it to be like the two slowest ones. Which I guess this is the best I can get. Okay, that's fine. I'm only buying Galvan Knuckles. Zip! Oh, they one shot, two shot. Two shot. Damn, that's sad. I swear there used to be Tombstone on this map. Oh, I think actually I'm pretty sure it has to be. You have to be two players for that to be the thing. Which I'm pretty sure it's like right there. Round 17. Oh, galvanized baby, for no reason. Hiya. Okay. Oh shit. Oh fuck, I might be in a little bit of predicament. Carpenter, that's nice.
Carpenter!
Cool. Okay, looks like this might be the last two. Or at least close to the last two. 3, 4, 5. Okay. Do you want to Patrick punch this again? Yes, I do. Fuck it. Guys, oh, please, please. Oh, okay. You need a little revive. Keep that ready. Yuppie. Oh, what did I kill him? I hold it. Oh, shit, what? Why? What? Oh, I'm pretty sure I have to travel. There we go. What? Round 18. I need a little revive. Watch the points roll in, if they ever do. Why don't we want to split its way? Why you fuck? Oh, look at that, bro. Too good. Too good. Last one, I think. Or not. What the fuck did I not kill any? Oh shit, nowhere near the end.
Max ammo!
Well, deceive there, bro. The last one now. There you go. Wait until I start hearing zombies and shit to pick this up.
Insta-kill!
Oh, carpenter. I'm trying to get that. missed the jump. It's dumb. Please. Oh man. Oh, fuck yeah, double points.
Double points.
Oh, what? Okay, cool. 9, round 20, 1 down. Okay, cool. I'm doing pretty good. I need a little revive. Shoot. Button. Flatline these people. Two people. Oh. No people. Yeah, man. Unlucky stomach for me.
Double points.
Oh shit.
Max ammo.
Oh shit, look at this dude. Kill. Let's go. 2 shot. 2 smack. Okay. 45,000 points, bruv. This is the longest I've survived yet. Pretty potters. Oh, where's that? Because I was like too cocky. So let's try not to be cocky. Let's go. I think this is all the zombies can have on this map at one time. Yeah, see now it's starting to spawn. Eventually. Oh yeah, that was close. Wow. Whoa, yeah. Shoot the shit out of him. The reason why I don't train is because of the bat spawns and the door here. It's kind of bad. Oh shit.
Insta kill.
Oh, let's go. I beat my fucking record. Let's go. Too easy. 52,000. I played that much Samuel this round. Nah, me, bruv. Toodle. I haven't got a lot of ammo. Step back. Well. Okay, let's go. Okay, no match ammo. It's kind of sad. This is double patch punch, I'm pretty sure as well. Yeah. Okay. Fuck, you know. Just reloading. Right. Bro. Ow, 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 ow. I'm just hoping all that sound is just not the best one for training the army.
Carpenter!
Oi, one swipe and I'm down. Whoa. Fuck, you know. Fuck, you know. Watch how far I was out for a second. God damn. Don't show me to preserve my ammo. This takes a really long time to reload. It's not running. Actually, no, it's not runners yet. Actually, still no match ammo. Oh my god. Bro, I'm actually about to have to do a weapon. Yo, what the fuck? I need a little rebound. 24. Oh my god, really?
Insta-kill!
Holy shit. How did I get that? Literally saved my life. Damn it. Okay, so let's think. Ow. I'm trying to get to round 30 now, me bro. So what I will do, I'm going to revive. So I still did it. Might be the last time. Do not. Wait until I didn't know it is the last time. Get stamina up so I can just run away from these guys a bit quicker. Oh fuck up. Okay. Jug. Okay. And we're back where we were. Cool. Round 25. Reload this. Oh, that was close. Okay, do you want 1,000 kills? That's my goal. Just saying, no, I'm not gonna do 30. 1,000 kills, that's my goal. Easy. Oi! Fuck!
Double points.
You know I had to get the double points.
Max ammo.
Holy shit. Holy shit. I am insane. Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. Ain't no way. I am just insane. Three more kills. A little bit less now. Eight more kills. A 1,018. I'm so good. I'm just so good. I'm so good. I'm just insane. Just fucking insane. I'm just shut up pod. Triple pod, bro. Packer punch. Insane. Oh my god, this is shit. Oh my god, still shit. Little scally ones. fired 6 shots at us already, don't know when. Oh shit.
Double points.
Oh shit, look at that. Okay. Oh shit. Imagine if that one zombie killed me. Fuck. $100,000 score, let's do that. That's much better. Don't do that. That's a much better fucking goal. Only need 7,000 points, so it should be fine. Okay, this is my only done now. I need 6,000 more points. Yeah, nothing in this one, okay. 5,860 points. 5,860. Holy shit.
Max ammo.
Fuck. I'm back from my dinner. I didn't even know you left. I'm not really focused on chat, I'm just trying to not die, you know what I mean? Literally, I'm almost dead. Jesus. 100,000 points though, pretty good. Around 27. 6 more than my best. Doing pretty good. Oh shit. Mr. Joe.
Insta-kill.
Okay, so look. I might have to spin the box. Cheap grind, that doesn't sound like something OJ would say. Ain't no way this is OJ. Please don't be last, okay? Oh fuck, it is. Damn it. Okay. So I kind of want to replace this gun that I have right now. Okay, let's do it. Come over here, so I can quickly spin the box. Fuck off. Oh my, that's not here yet. Oh, let's go, boy. Oh my god. Wait. Five seven dual wield. I'm pretty sure these aren't that good. Well, this high round, I mean. Okay, hold up. Wait, please. Okay, let's pack a punch this. Hammer, sledgehammer. Damn, look at this, bruh. Hopefully it's a bit better than the RPD. Bit less recon. Be similar, but way like faster reloads, that's nice. Wait. Didn't kill any of them. No points.
Double points.
What the fuck? Oh, okay, for the animation wasn't working. Boy, just too quick. This is not good. Don't do my route. Okay, do I have to go to round 30? Nah, come on.
Carpenter! Double points.
Round 29, okay. One more round after this, and I'm done. I'm just gonna end stream straight away, bro. That's what I'm gonna do. I can't keep up with this. It's too much for me. Fuck that, didn't almost nothing. Wait. There we go. Oh, these are fuckers still spawning. Run, okay. Killed every single one of them, let's go, too easy. Oh shit. Whoopsie. Wait, fell on one. Why? Round 30. Okay, last round, bro. Last round. Last round, baby. Last round, G. How many kills? 1,355. That was trying to stay. 29. Round 29. Whee! Fuck! Okay. Fuck, I'm out. I can't get quick revive either. Oh my god, I do like billion damage. Yeah. GG. 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 GG's in the chat.